Good morning, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, as the government shutdown continues, thousands of Mainers have been notified that they will not be receiving their SNAP benefits next month.
Plus, with Election Day quickly approaching, Maine's largest police union is letting it be known where they stand on Question 2.
And we'll also hear from nurses in Maine who are calling for change, pushing for a safer workplace environment and higher standards.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning. We'll have those stories and more coming up. But first, to check of that forecast, yesterday we received some badly needed rain.
We did, yes.
And some good news. It looks like we'll receive some more, too.
We'll turn things over to meteorologist Chase Ropanek.
Thank you very much. Your morning weather is brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. All right, out there for this morning, we got some increasing clouds out there ahead of some showers and possible thunderstorms for today. Otherwise, lows in the low 40s here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. Few view near 45. You can see that in Portland. But as you go north, temperatures a little bit warmer in Millinocket this morning, 48 for you, but low 40s near Clayton Lake up north. So we're going to see temperatures getting close to 64 today. Going to be a struggle with the cloud cover. I got our forecast high right around 59 degrees. But as you see up north, going to be much cooler. You're going to be outside of that thunderstorm threat for today, where you could see highs only reaching just near 50 degrees up north in Clayton Lake and Caribou. So for today, we are going to have some showers likely for sure. But once we get into the afternoon hours, yes, there's a possibility for some of these areas to have some thunderstorms in there. There's very limited energy, but there is some. So don't be surprised if you hear a few rumbles of thunder. But all this will clear out by tonight. By 10 p.m., we'll be seeing some partly cloudy skies out there. So we're definitely going to have some wind picking up with this as well. Some wind gusts that can be close to 30-plus miles per hour, especially for Bangor and to the east of that ahead of the system making its way through. Winds will die off tonight, and then we'll see a little bit of a breezy wind heading into your Thursday, where we can see gusts up to 15 miles per hour. But your hour-by-hour forecast of the show, lots of clouds out there for today with rain showers likely and the possibility for a few thunderstorms.
Thank you, Chase. Well, thousands of Mainers won't be receiving their SNAP benefits next month due to the federal government shutdown. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Nutrition Service has notified every state that November funding for SNAP, the largest nation's anti-hunger program, will not be issued. Our Grace Blanchard has more on what this means for Maine.
New developments emerging as the government shutdown persists. SNAP benefits will not be issued in November.
We can't issue November until we get new guidance or the shutdown ends. There's really nothing that people can do until we get that.
Nationwide, approximately 42 million people receive Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits, including more than 160,000 in Maine.
This is a really urgent challenge. For over 100,000 Maine people, these benefits mean the ability to put food on the table, and a disruption of this scale will really cause ripple effects across our communities.
The disruption is expected to have a major impact on food banks and pantries statewide, just as we are heading into some of the most difficult months of the year.
Our numbers are going to go even higher than what we have right now.
The Caring Community Cupboard in Old Town currently serves over 400 people weekly. Their executive director says the lapse in benefits comes as prices climb and donation frequency has declined.
A lot of people that are visiting us now because of the price of food and the price of electricity, oil, everything. And now with people not getting their SNAP benefits, it's going to be even bigger.
SNAP benefits already loaded onto EBT cards remain available to purchase food, and applications are still being accepted.
We'll work as quickly as possible to restore benefits as soon as we know when and how we can do that.
In Old Town, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news this morning, authorities have identified a person who was killed in a single vehicle crash in Sullivan. It happened a little after 10:30 Tuesday morning on U.S. Highway 1 near the intersection with Taunton Drive. Lieutenant Brian Archer with the Hancock County Sheriff's Office says 32-year-old Jared Birdtail of Millbridge was traveling westbound at what witnesses describe as a high rate of speed. Archer says Birdtail was unable to negotiate a curve, which caused his vehicle to leave the roadway and descend down a small embankment, where it ended up striking a tree after rolling over before coming to rest. Birdtail was the only occupant in the vehicle at the time and was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
A New Hampshire man has been arrested for an alleged stabbing in the town of Lebanon. 35-year-old Jeremy Potvin is accused of attacking a man Monday afternoon in a home on the West Lebanon Road. According to the York County Sheriff's Office, Potvin arrived uninvited and got into an altercation with 52-year-old Carl Brogy. Brogy was stabbed 7 times and was later found along the highway after escaping from the home. He had stab wounds to his chest, face, back, and head. Jeremy Potvin was later arrested and is charged with attempted murder.
With Election Day fast approaching, organizations are letting it be known where they stand on the upcoming ballot questions. In one of the latest announcements, Maine's largest police union, the Fraternal Order of Police, says it is against ballot question 2. In a press release, the union stated question 2 is a disaster waiting to happen. For context, question 2 seeks to allow courts to temporarily prohibit a person from having dangerous weapons if law enforcement, family, or household members show that that person poses a significant danger of causing physical injury to themselves or others. The union claims if question 2 is passed, it will increase the chances of law enforcement being involved in dangerous and violent encounters, lower the burden of proof to remove a person's weapons from their home, allow for greater opportunity for misuse and the application of the law, and increase the danger to family members, the public, and law enforcement. They say it will also become a drain on police resources.
Maine nurses are calling for change, pushing for higher standards and safer workplaces. The Maine State Nurses Association says short staffing, workplace violence, and high turnover are putting both patients and healthcare workers at risk. Our Alex Schley tells us why union leaders say better patient-to-nurse ratios would help address this.
When we fight, we win! When we fight, we win! When we fight, we win!
Registered nurses from Maine Medical Center in Northern Light gathered in Augusta Tuesday, pushing for stronger patient safety measures and fair staffing levels.
Coming here today to announce our intention to propose language that would mandate safe patient ratios, which we've been fighting for a long time.
According to the Maine State Nursing Association, this would not only result in better care for patients,
less medication errors, less falls and injuries, less bed sores because someone is there to turn them, answer their call bell, toilet them,
but also improve retention rates amongst nurses.
And there's tons and tons of nurses who carry a nursing license and aren't working because of the working conditions.
Maine State Nurses Association officials say nurse retention rates have dropped to just 25% over the past 3 years. They believed improved staffing ratios could help turn this around.
Nurses leave the bedside because they're not willing to work under these conditions anymore. If we had some safe patient ratios, nurses knew that they would not have an untenable situation, facing moral distress, able to give good care, not faced with unsafe situations. They would be more willing to stay at the bedside.
Leaders say the ideal ratio varies from unit to unit, but 1 nurse to 4 patients is a commonly accepted standard.
What we want is for it to be statewide, but it's a hard-fought fight. So we, at the bargaining table at Maine Medical Center and at Northern Light, will be proposing ratio language for our specific hospitals.
In Augusta, Alex Schley for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Now, the city of Ellsworth will be giving back the proceeds of a home it foreclosed on and sold to its former owner. The 6-0 vote at Monday night's council meeting comes after weeks of controversy. The home on 5th Street, previously owned by Kerry Karst, who inherited it from his family, was foreclosed on because of unpaid taxes and then sold at public auction in 2023. When it was sold, the city had a surplus of more than $117,000. City Councilor Steve O'Halloran ramped up a campaign to return that money to the Karst family. Other councilors have been working to find a way to return the money legally, since state statute says it's illegal for a city to give public funds to a private entity.
He's older than me, and I say, if you can make it right, make it right. Because this practice of taking people's property over a handful of money, which is taxes for a few years compared to what they've put into it, is an abomination. So if you can fix it, God bless you, please do.
Councilors voted to return the money, saying it would be legal to work out a settlement agreement with Karst.
This upcoming weekend is what the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife officials call an unofficial holiday in Maine. Youth Hunting Day is this Friday and Saturday across the state, and firearms season kicks off on November 1st. Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Director of Communications, Mark Laddie, says this weekend is a chance to introduce young hunters to a lifelong sport filled with life lessons.
You know, hunting is something that teaches kids a lot of life lessons, whether it's, patience or discipline or responsibility, appreciation of our natural resources here in Maine. Getting someone interested in hunting is a great way to introduce them to a lifetime love of the outdoors.
Young hunters still need to be accompanied by an adult hunter who either has a hunting license or has passed the hunting safety course. During Youth Hunting Days, youth hunters are allowed to take an antler or an antlerless deer.
Good luck to them. I know a lot of hunters' breakfasts will be held this weekend too, to help kick things off too.
Well, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the Bangor Humane Society is partnering with Quirk Subaru to fill a Forester with donations for the shelter.
We'll tell you how you can help out too, but first another check of that forecast. Today, showers are likely, possibly some thunderstorms. The highs will be around 59 degrees. A few showers early tonight, otherwise partly cloudy with lows dropping down to around 40. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with just a few lingering showers, highs around 58. We'll be right back.
All across America.
Good morning.
Good morning. Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
Time to get clean.
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com. Healthcare costs are up 75% in the last 10 years. Now millions are losing coverage to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy. And Mainers could see their monthly premiums jump $1,500. Congressman Jared Golden is working to fix this, to extend tax credits so families don't have to choose between going to the doctor and paying for groceries. Congressman Golden has always had our back when it comes to lowering costs. Call Congressman Golden. Tell him to keep fighting.
Gotta be the best to beat the best, so we must be the best. Eyes on the prize when we in it. We can't see the rest. We stay on the grind when we in it. We don't need a rest.
When you combine a fast-paced word game,
4 of them make $1.
Hoarders, hosted by Leah Remini.
What is swing?
Did you just say what is?
Yes,
you just realized you're not on Jeopardy. Okay.
You've got People Puzzler.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
Can help make an animal's stay in a shelter a little better this week. The Bangor Humane Society and Quirk Subaru are doing a Fill the Forester event this week. The vehicle is located at the Humane Society at 693 Mount Hope Avenue, and they're asking for any kind of donation, from canned pet food to laundry detergent.
Well, the donations we always need are, of course, linens, anything like towels, blankets, sheets. The big one, though, is always toys and treats. I would say that those are the things that we kind of cycle through the fastest.
Select adoption fees are 50% off this week, so more pets can also go to loving homes. On Friday, Quirk Subaru staff will be at the shelter to collect donations and to hand out goodie bags aimed at dog owners.
Meanwhile, Delta is expanding their services at the Bangor International Airport. The company announced the return and expansion of seasonal routes. BIA spokesperson Amy Thibodeau says service to Atlanta will continue on Saturdays and Sundays between June 13th and September of 2026. She says Detroit service will operate on Saturdays, June 13th through September 5th, 2026. Thibodeau says the seasonal service was originally announced in February of 2025, and by March, the positive response to the service allowed Delta to add 6 additional weeks of flights and increase the size of the aircraft being used.
And if you look toward the sky this week, you might be in for a show. That is, if the cloud cover will cooperate. NASA says there will be a spectacular meteor shower called the Orion. The annual event is already underway, but it will be most evident between the hours of 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
The Orion meteor shower basically is the remains of Comet Halley. As comets go around the sun, the sun will melt some of that material and push it off and create a tail. And as the Earth passes through that debris cloud, those little bits of dust will fall through our atmosphere and burn up, creating what we call meteors, or some people call shooting stars.
Pretty neat. He says 20 meteors an hour will shoot across the sky between midnight and 2 a.m. If you didn't catch it last night because of the cloud cover, don't worry. There could also be a few meteors that continue to shoot through the sky through Friday and Saturday night as well. You just have to either stay up late or get up wicked early to check it out.
Those pictures are beautiful, though.
Yeah, pretty neat.
The time now is 6:16. After the break, a local author published a story about her own family history after researching a famous portrait painter.
We'll meet her coming up. Plus, as the government shutdown stretches into the 4th week, key federal programs are at risk of running out completely. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Welcome to Hillcrest Orchards, located in Winterport. From crisp apples and cider to homemade jams, jellies, and maple syrup, Hillcrest Orchards has you covered. Hillcrest Orchards also carries gifts and seasonal decorations. Stop by today, open 10 to 4.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
Welcome to Hillcrest Orchards, located in Winterport. From crisp apples and cider to homemade jams, jellies, and maple syrup, Hillcrest Orchards has you covered. Hillcrest Orchards also carries gifts and seasonal decorations. Stop by today, open 10 to 4.
While researching a famous miniature portrait painter in American history, author Kathleen Langone discovered she was actually related to the artist.
Our Jody Hersey sat down with her to learn more.
Historical researcher Kathleen Langone of Massachusetts grew up hearing stories about American miniature painter Amalia Kushner. When she decided to dig deeper into who Kushner was, Langone discovered she was related to the artist.
She's actually a distant relative. And I did hear about her as a little girl. My grandmother would say, and she had actually a collection of some of Amalia's miniatures. She would say, well, this lady actually went over and painted Edward VII in England.
Langone says Kushner, who grew up in Indiana, was not only a well-known artist, but also a confident and savvy entrepreneur.
She basically became an internationally known artist. It's not just that she painted Edward VII of England. She spent about 7 years in New York City during the Gilded Age. She painted the well-known Astors and the Vanderbilts and the Goulds. She was asking in the range of $1,000 to $4,000 per portrait, which was a huge sum in 1900.
Langone decided to write and publish a book about Kushner called The Miniature Painter Revealed, and in October she held a few book signings in Maine.
Part of the reason that she got forgotten in history, there were many women miniaturists that became popular just after her that created and joined these artistic societies, and Amalia felt she didn't need those. She had fame and she had money.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Very interesting. They were doing that at a time when they didn't have photography, so they
Right.
would do these little pictures.
And I love that she's keeping that history alive.
Yeah, very neat.
The time now is 6:20. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Chase Ropanek.
Thank you very much. Your morning Maine weather is also brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Starting off this morning with some increasing cloud cover and lows in the low 40s. We saw that here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. A few areas near 45 in Portland, you see that. But 48 in Millinocket, that is the same for Holton as well, but just north near Clayton Lake, you're hanging out in the low 40s as well. Temperature is going to raise just near 60 here in Bangor for today. With the cloud cover, we can hang out in the upper 50s as well. As you go further north, you're going to be outside of the threat for thunderstorms for today because you'll be much cooler. Highs in the upper 40s and low 50s as you head up further north. So average highs right now are in the mid 50s. We'll be a little bit above that for today. And then temperatures will slowly fall towards average going into your weekend. Saturday highs right around 55 degrees. Sunday taking a dip back near 51, but then temperatures do increase right back into the start of your work week on Monday. We'll see upper 50s then and mid 50s heading into your Tuesday. So temperatures fairly uniform for this weekend. They've been staying around there for quite some time. So it looks like we're not riding the roller coaster right now, and we'll take it temperature-wise as we even have some pressure systems making their way through, and we'll see some wind with that for today. Across the central and eastern portions of the state is where you have that better chance for gusts getting up to 35+ miles per hour, and areas like Machias and Bar Harbor all the way up to Holton are really going to be those areas seeing the wind for today. Winds will die off for tonight. We'll pick up with a little breeze for tomorrow. Again, that central and eastern portion of the state can see gusts possibly up to 30 miles per hour once again, but the rest of us right around 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts. So as we see for today, showers definitely likely. They'll be scattered across the state, and some of those showers can provide a few rumbles of thunder. There is some energy with the system that can provide a few lightning strikes out there. So keep that in mind, but everything will clear out by tonight and going into your Thursday. There is a possibility for a few stray showers up north, but otherwise we'll stay dry here in Bangor and we'll begin to see some sunshine as well. So how much rain are we going to see out there for today? This model does not do it justice. We can see anywhere from that 1/4 inch of rain to up to an inch across the central portions of the state. Those areas that are really going to see much of the rain will be all the way from Bar Harbor up into Caribou, while the eastern and western sides of the state can see a little less, closer to that 1/4 inch. So out there for today, showers are likely, highs in the upper 50s, and a few thunderstorms are possible as well, with some gusty winds from the southeast for tonight. Lows near 40, a few showers early, then partly cloudy, and we'll stay dry here in Bangor. For tomorrow, a few lingering showers up north, otherwise dry and partly cloudy here, with highs just below 60 once again. Taking a look at your extended forecast, we're going to see temperatures slowly fall throughout the next few days. By Saturday, we'll be in the averages in the mid 50s and then low 50s heading into your Sunday.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Democrats have a three-part plan for 2026. Win control of Congress, stop Trump's momentum, and completely erase his agenda. If Republicans don't hold the majority, President Trump's historic achievements are at risk. Extending the premium tax credits working families use to pay for health care is how Republicans deliver on the promises that gave them the majority and protect Trump. Senator Collins, protect our premium tax credits and we'll protect the majority and the MAGA agenda.
All I wanted was my name. Tina Turner.
Tina, the Tina Turner musical. The mega hit comes direct from Broadway. See her triumphant story and be ecstatically blown away. Everybody everywhere should come see Rape's New York Magazine. October 27th, Cross Insurance Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
As government shutdown stretches into its fourth week, hundreds of thousands of federal workers will miss another paycheck, and key federal programs are at risk of lapsing completely. It comes as work continues on President Trump's new $250 million ballroom. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, as the federal government shutdown stretches on, demolition crews are tearing down part of the White House East Wing to make way for President Trump's new $250 million ballroom. The president hosting Republican senators at the White House Tuesday, praising the sound of demolition work.
You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears.
But critics are slamming the project, demanding greater transparency. The president pledged back in July that construction would not impact the existing structure. But now, the Washington Post, citing a White House official, says the entirety of the East Wing is being rebuilt. ABC News has not independently verified that report. The National Trust for Historic Preservation is now urging the administration to pause demolition for a public review process, writing, quote, "We are deeply concerned that the massing and height of the proposed new construction will overwhelm the White House itself and may also permanently disrupt the carefully balanced classical design." It comes as the government shutdown enters day 22, and many families are worried about receiving their next paycheck. Cuts to Medicaid and health care subsidies still the major sticking point, with both sides refusing to budge.
I don't know what there is to negotiate. This is about opening up the government. We have offered them several off-ramps.
People are in crisis. Every day they're getting these these notifications of how much they're going to pay. They're just shocked at how bad this is, and Trump has an obligation to negotiate with us and solve this problem.
In the meantime, critical resources like SNAP food benefits could dry up as soon as next month.
It is literally the difference between eating and not eating on any given day.
Another big concern as we head into winter, there's also concern vulnerable families could lose heating assistance, with energy bills already rising for so many families. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Paris's Louvre Museum reopened on Wednesday, days after crown jewels were stolen in a dramatic weekend heist. The heist is estimated to be worth 88 million euros, which is equivalent to $102 million, according to the Paris prosecutor. Prosecutor Laure Becou, whose office is leading the investigation, said over 100 investigators are now involved in the police hunt for suspects and gems after Sunday's theft from the world's most visited museum. Questions arise about the Louvre's security and whether security cameras have failed. Details have not been released about video surveillance cameras that may have filmed the thieves outside of the museum. Officials say the museum has been reopened throughout the investigation.
NATO says a two-week-long operation is underway in Europe to conduct simulations of nuclear war drills as reports of Russian drone attacks increase during its war with Ukraine. Fox's Ted Linder with that story.
NATO jets take off from an airbase in the Netherlands on Tuesday to begin a nuclear war drill known as Operation Steadfast Noon. NATO officials say the exercises are not linked to any world events, but the operation comes at a crucial time during the war between Russia and Ukraine.
We've seen continued rhetoric from Russia. This is about demonstrating that we can do this on any given day.
The F-35 jets have the capability of carrying nuclear weapons, although no nuclear devices are being used in the drills.
We mentally prepare the people involved actually executing on a tactical level the mission to be able to do this mission.
The exercises are being conducted over the North Sea, hundreds of miles away from the battlefields in Ukraine, where Russia continues to ramp up its attacks. The latest offensive is targeting Ukrainian power lines as the country braces for the potential of winter without reliable electricity.
Russian aggressors keep destroying our power stations. The town is on a scheduled water and electricity supply, and it really worries the residents as we can't predict power cuts.
Meanwhile, in the U.S., as talks of a potential meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and President Donald Trump break down, lawmakers are discussing more support for Ukraine, including long-range cruise missiles known as Tomahawks, to defend against Russia's invasion.
We need scorching sanctions, a sledgehammer
that shows President Putin we are supporting Ukraine. That's the way to bring him to the table, peace through strength.
We can be destroying Russians, and we should be helping other people doing it.
Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Now to the tensions on a famous street in New York. Agents launching a crackdown on illegal vendors, one of two federal operations turning violent in the last 24 hours. ABC's Mola Lenghi has the details.
Overnight, protesters demanding the release of migrants detained during an ICE raid in Lower Manhattan. Canal Street, a famous destination for bargain shopping and knockoff designer goods, descending into chaos yesterday. Federal officers, including ICE agents, searching the street for undocumented immigrants as part of an operation the Homeland Security Department says was focused on criminal activity relating to selling counterfeit goods. Vendors packing up their goods, trying to flee. Agents making multiple arrests.
It's gotten a little hairy at points with people running, people falling down in the street, and federal agents running after them.
Crowds forming as bystanders and protesters confronted the agents, leading to shouting, shoving, and at least one protester being arrested.
They're protesting what you guys are doing.
Homeland Security says the protesters became violent and obstructed law enforcement duties, including blocking vehicles and assaulting law enforcement. Meanwhile, across the country in Los Angeles,
this is 20th and Trinity. Looks like they wedged the vehicle. Shots were fired. We see the windows were blown out.
officials say a U.S. Marshal and a suspected undocumented immigrant with a criminal record were both shot and wounded during a targeted traffic stop. They say the suspect rammed a federal vehicle while trying to evade arrest. Officers opening fire, hitting him on the elbow. A bullet ricocheting into the hand of a U.S. Marshal. The suspect, a 44-year-old TikTok influencer, is known for recording video of ICE operations and has even been recognized by the city for his contributions to the community. Well, he's charged with assaulting a federal officer and could face 8 years in prison if convicted. Mola Lenghi, ABC News, New York.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, Coca-Cola is coming out with a new version of their famous drink, but with U.S. cane sugar.
Take two, please. We'll have that story coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Commercial vehicles can be dangerous, and they usually carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or a big rig like this, we know commercial vehicle accidents, and we know how to get you the big money you may deserve. If any commercial vehicle hurts you, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the twos. We win for you. Call 222-2222.
Keep your feet on the ground, they said. So many people have told you you can't. They say you don't listen. So you don't listen to them. You rise to your moment. It feels like every idea is crystal clear. It feels like every line, every angle is perfect. It feels like you are at the top of your game with high-speed, reliable, no-stress Fidium fiber internet.
It feels like Fidium.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed. No. We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
Pat's Pizza in Holden suggests calling now for reserving your next event or party. Their 2 indoor golf simulators are now open, and they're taking reservations for the fall season. Please check their Facebook page for indoor golf specials. Pat's Pizza, Holden.
This is my gorgeous Spencer panel bed.
And this is the matching dresser and mirror and nightstand. They're great on their own, but so much better together.
Plus, when you bundle the bedroom set, you save almost $200.
Oh, my mom!
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025, and it is also National Make a Dog's Day.
What a great holiday. On this day, we try to ensure that dogs around us enjoy themselves as much as possible. It's a day to spread information about dogs' importance in our lives and how much they can improve our days with love and loyalty. We also use this day to encourage people to adopt from shelters and provide a better life for our furry friends.
I've always had dogs. I don't have one right now.
Right.
I have cats.
Yes.
But if you don't have a dog, you want to help somebody else out, you can help out a neighbor's pet perhaps,
Right.
or maybe make a donation to your local shelter.
Dog sit.
Yeah, dog
Something
sit.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, I have enough friends who have dogs, so I get my fill lately,
Right.
but you know, I miss having a little doggy.
Yeah.
So, all right, time for history. It was on this date back in 1797, the world's first recorded parachute jump occurred when André Jacques Garnerin jumped from a hot air balloon over Paris. He lowered himself from a hot air balloon and then just cut the rope, basically, and lowered himself down. 1928, Republican presidential nominee Herbert Hoover spoke of the American system of rugged individualism in a speech at Madison Square Garden. In 1934, bank robber Charles Pretty Boy Floyd was shot to death by federal agents during a police battle at a farm in Ohio. And in 1962 on this date, President John F. Kennedy went on national television to announce the presence of Soviet-built missile bases under construction in Cuba. The Cuban Missile Crisis led to a naval blockade of all offensive military equipment being shipped to that communist nation. It also increased tensions with the Soviet Union and is considered the closest we've come to a nuclear war.
In 1969, former Beatle Paul McCartney publicly declared he wasn't dead. He was trying to crush rumors that he had died in a car accident and had been replaced with a look-alike. In 1979, the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida received its 100 millionth visitor.
That's a lot of
wow,
people.
It is.
Yeah.
And in 2012, celebrated cyclist Lance Armstrong was formally stripped of his 7 Tour de France victories after receiving a lifetime ban from Olympic sports. It came after the International Cycling Union chose not to appeal doping charges against Armstrong by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. And in 2016, the Chicago Cubs won their first pennant since 1945 in the National League Championship Series against the Dodgers. The Cubs would go on to beat Cleveland in the World Series.
All right, for birthdays today, they're all actors. They include actor Jeff Goldblum, who is 73 today. Actor Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future is 87. And TV actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family is 50 years old today. A real funny guy.
He is.
Happy birthday to you also if your birthday is today.
We're going to turn things right back over to meteorologist Chase Ropanek.
Thank you very much. Your morning weather is brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. All right, out there for this morning, we got some increasing clouds out there ahead of some showers and possible thunderstorms for today. Otherwise, lows in the low 40s here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. Few view near 45. You can see that in Portland. But as you go north, temperatures a little bit warmer in Millinocket this morning, 48 for you, but low 40s near Clayton Lake up north. So we're going to see temperatures getting close to 64 today. Going to be a struggle with the cloud cover. I got our forecast high right around 59 degrees. But as you see up north, going to be much cooler. You're going to be outside of that thunderstorm threat for today, where you could see highs only reaching just near 50 degrees up north in Clayton Lake and Caribou. So for today, we are going to have some showers likely for sure. But once we get into the afternoon hours, yes, there's a possibility for some of these areas to have some thunderstorms in there. There's very limited energy, but there is some. So don't be surprised if you hear a few rumbles of thunder, but all this will clear out by tonight. By 10 p.m., we'll be seeing some partly cloudy skies out there. So we're definitely going to have some wind picking up with this as well. Some wind gusts that can be close to 30+ miles per hour, especially for Bangor and to the east of that ahead of the system making its way through. Winds will die off tonight, and then we'll see a little bit of a breezy wind heading into your Thursday, where we can see gusts up to 15 miles per hour. But your hour-by-hour forecast is to show lots of clouds out there for today with rain showers likely and the possibility for a few thunderstorms.
Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Olivia Rubin.
You twins? Nah, we cousins. The Vampires of Sinners are returning to the big screen. Warner Brothers has announced the R-rated box office smash will play on IMAX screens just in time for Halloween, starting on October 30th and running for a week.
Can you handle this? I don't know.
Mariah Carey has been named 2026's Music Cares Person of the Year. A tribute concert and benefit gala to honor Carey will take place in Los Angeles at the end of January, just 2 days before the Grammys. A list of performers has yet to be announced. And fresh off his induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame earlier this week, Kenny Chesney has announced some new performances at the Las Vegas Sphere. The country singer will play 5 shows starting June 19th of next year. As fans count down to the 5th and final season of Stranger Things, the show's creators are tamping down on speculation around the character of Eddie Munson. The Duffer Brothers tell Empire magazine Eddie, played by Joseph Quinn, won't be coming back from the dead, saying he's fully under that ground.
Let's go get these guys.
In case you can't get enough of K-pop Demon Hunters, Netflix has announced it's partnering up with Mattel and Hasbro to roll out a line of toys based on the popular animated musical. They hit shelves next spring. And happy birthday to Christopher Lloyd. In film, he played eccentric scientist Doc Brown in Back to the Future movies. And in TV, he was often the spaced-out Reverend Jim on Taxi. Lloyd turns 87 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
Such a funny guy.
Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
Don't go away.
Welcome to Hillcrest Orchards, located in Winterport. From crisp apples and cider to homemade jams, jellies, and maple syrup, Hillcrest Orchards has you covered. Hillcrest Orchards also carries gifts and seasonal decorations. Stop by today, open 10 to 4.
Time to get clean!
Yes, but that liquid detergent leaves you covered in harsh chemical residue. Not Earth Breeze. Just one sheet gives you a powerful clean.
Switch now at earthbreeze.com.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of
Comfort Shoes and More, Huff Power Sports, Muffler King, Newport Glass, Old Mill Pub, Sebasticook Lake Campground, The Farmer's Table, Varney Ford.
Berg Activewear. In business for 40 years. Encourages everybody in Dexter and surrounding towns to votedexter.com.
Welcome to Hillcrest Orchards, located in Winterport. From crisp apples and cider to homemade jams, jellies, and maple syrup, Hillcrest Orchards has you covered. Hillcrest Orchards also carries gifts and seasonal decorations. Stop by today, open 10 to 4.
Catch University of Maine Black Bears football this season on ABC 7 and Fox 22. Proud to bring you 5 home games.
Mainer Cooper Flagg will make his official NBA debut Wednesday night when the Dallas Mavericks host San Antonio. That game is now a 9:30 start our time. There will be plenty of Mainers making the trek south for the big opener, including Cooper's longtime trainer, Matt McKenzie, who's hoping to run Cooper through a quick pre-opener workout tomorrow night. Matt says Cooper Flagg fever is not just running high here in Maine, but he's a big deal in Big D.
Sure is, yeah. Cooper is very quickly becoming a household name in Dallas. He's an easy player to look up to. He's an easy person to cheer for. He's just such a likable person as well as a basketball player. So I know that once the season gets started and he's able to show Mavs fans what he's capable of on the court, that Cooper fever is only going to grow.
After opening the season with 3 straight wins, the Boston Bruins have suddenly lost 4 in a row, but will have a chance to halt that streak later tonight. And the Bruins and the Florida Panthers faced off in the TD Garden. That already happened. The game returned the former Bruins great Brad Marchand, who was traded to Florida last March. Marchand went on to help the Panthers win another Stanley Cup. He spent 16 seasons wearing the black and gold, and tonight will mark his first time back to Boston wearing a different uniform.
I'm excited for this one. I mean, it'll be fun to compete against my guys that I've played with for a long time and be on the other side of it in here. I'm sure it'll be a pretty intense game. So
Bruins honoring Marchand with a tribute during the first period. The Bruins legend visibly emotional, but right before that moment, he did what he does best. Right at the start, Brad Marchand gets an assist on the opening Panthers goal, picking up in the Garden right where he left off. To the second now, Bruins down 2, but Zacha is going to be there on the doorstep. Just a beautiful play by the Bruins to get the goal. Just love to see it right there. They're storming back. Shortly after, it's Pasta from the point. He fires one on net, and it finds its way home as the Bruins tie it at 2 late in the third. Boston down 1, but Geekie is there to clean up a juicy rebound from a Pasta shot, and the Bruins have tied this one up. However, it would be Bruins Panthers without heartbreak. With under 30 seconds left, a shot is going to go off the post and hits PK's stick and goes in for the own goal to give the Panthers their game winner. Florida wins 4-3 and Marchand's trip back home. The Maine football team is back from their bye week and are preparing for their homecoming game on Saturday. Our Max Sturm has a story.
The Maine Black Bears are fresh off their much-needed bye week and are preparing to host their homecoming game against conference rival Elon University on Saturday. However, Maine will be without one of their key offensive contributors for the rest of the season. Versatile sophomore Nick Laughlin suffered a knee injury in their game versus Merrimack 2 weeks ago, which effectively ended his season.
It broke my heart. Like, it really did. Outside of Nick, first and foremost, is a phenomenal football player, and we're going to miss him truly. But he's even a better guy off the field. He doesn't deserve this.
In light of this unfortunate turn of events, it's next man up. For Maine, the next man up is Rashawn Marshall, a freshman ball carrier who versus Merrimack tallied nearly 150 yards on 19 carries.
Feels great to obviously have the opportunity to be the number one running back. I just want to bring a win home for the homecoming.
What I like about him, he can make you miss in a phone booth. So he's very shifty. Coaches have said that since he's gotten here.
Looking ahead to this weekend, Maine will host their homecoming game after being on the road for nearly a month. And they are beyond excited for the opportunity to play in front of a big crowd on Saturday.
I'm immensely excited. I've never had a homecoming. At Harvard, we never did homecoming. We never did those big events. So this is really my first ever homecoming and my last ever homecoming.
Homecoming is a great atmosphere here. To get a lot of our former players back here, alumni from the school. So it'll be a great day.
Facing Elon will be no easy task for the Black Bears, as they too sit on the cusp of the CAA playoffs. But Maine stands by the fact that if they play their brand of football, they will come away with the result they want.
Elon's good. They've got good players. They've got a great defensive line, good secondary. So we've got to scheme them up.
This is just must win. Every game is must win, but this is even more must win. So I know if we go out there and play Black Bear football, no one's going to stop us, including the Elon Phoenix.
In Orono, Max Sturm, ABC 7 and Fox 22 Sports.
Let's stop by Newport for high school boys soccer. The Nokomis Warriors hosted the Oceanside Mariners on their senior day. Let's kick things off early in the first half. The Mariners pushing into the zone. A nice pass to senior Aiden Willis right in front of the net puts Oceanside up 1-0. They dominated the time of possession, this time down. Elliott Trott boots one in. It's Jaden Bark getting in front and making a diving effort for the save. Back in the offensive zone again, and Trott this time is able to slip it past Barrick to give Oceanside a 2-0 lead as the half started to wind down. But Nokomis wasn't giving up yet, and right before the half ended, senior captain Gabe Later brought the Warriors within 1 goal, but Nokomis holds on for a 6-1 victory. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
It's coming. Winter will descend. Be ready and save on one of Toyota's 23 snow-conquering all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models during Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon. Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you can get 4.75 for $60 on a stylish all-wheel drive RAV4 with comfort and refinement. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Winter is approaching, so save at Toyota's all-wheel drive-a-thon at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
You're gripping a pumpkin
pumpkin spice latte, watching the home game on a Friday night. Earlier, you took the kids apple picking and almost made it through the corn maze. It's that time of year. Shorter days, cooler nights. Valley Home Services believes the comfort and warmth of home means more on nights like these. Comfort and warmth that comes from Fujitsu heat pumps. Valley Home Services has the most reliable choices for heating and cooling your home or business. Ditch the worry of heating bills and power outages all season long with Valley Home Services. Go ahead, embrace the comfort.
At China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
Coca-Cola introduces a new version of its classic drink. The company says it has begun rolling out new 12-ounce glass bottles of original Coke made with U.S. cane sugar. Coca-Cola says the products are being introduced in select U.S. markets. In an interview with Bloomberg, the chief financial officer of Coca-Cola says the rollout of the product has been gradual because of how much cane sugar is in the U.S. The new product now gives people the choice to drink Coke with high fructose corn syrup or cane sugar as the sweetener. Coca-Cola with cane sugar hits shelves following the Trump administration's push to remove high fructose corn syrup from food and beverages. That's good news. We drink a lot of that corn syrup stuff. And I'd rather have the real sugar.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Now here's meteorologist Chase Ropanek with our full weather forecast.
Thank you very much. Your morning Maine weather is also brought to you by Rogan's Memorials. Give the gift of comfort through thoughtful planning. October in-stock sale happening now at our Bangor, Bucksport, and Lincoln locations. Starting off this morning with some increasing cloud cover and lows in the low 40s. We saw that here in Bangor, low to mid 40s along your coastline. A few areas near 45 in Portland, you see that. But 48 in Millinocket, that is the same for Holton as well, but just north near Clayton Lake, you're hanging out in the low 40s as well. Temperature is going to raise just near 60 here in Bangor for today with the cloud cover. We can hang out in the upper 50s as well. As you go further north, you're going to be outside of the threat for thunderstorms for today because you'll be much cooler. Highs in the upper 40s and low 50s as you head up further north. So average highs right now are in the mid 50s. We'll be a little bit above that for today. And then temperatures will slowly fall towards average going into your weekend. Saturday highs right around 55 degrees. Sunday taking a dip back near 51, but then temperatures do increase right back into the start of your work week on Monday. We'll see upper 50s then and mid 50s heading into your Tuesday. So temperatures fairly uniform for this weekend. They've been staying around there for quite some time. So it looks like we're not riding the roller coaster right now, and we'll take it temperature-wise as we even have some pressure systems making their way through, and we'll see some wind with that for today. Across the central and eastern portions of the state is where you have that better chance for gusts getting up to 35+ miles per hour, and areas like Machias and Bar Harbor all the way up to Holton are really going to be those areas seeing the wind for today. Winds will die off for tonight. We'll pick up with a little breeze for tomorrow. Again, that central and eastern portion of the state can see gusts possibly up to 30 miles per hour once again, but the rest of us right around 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts. So as we see for today's showers, definitely likely they'll be scattered across the state, and some of those showers can provide a few rumbles of thunder. There is some energy with the system that can provide a few lightning strikes out there, so keep that in mind, but everything will clear out by tonight and going into your Thursday. There is a possibility for a few stray showers up north, but otherwise we'll stay dry here in Bangor and we'll begin to see some sunshine as well. So how much rain are we going to see out there for today? This model does not do it justice. We can see anywhere from that 1/4 inch of rain to up to an inch across the central portions of the state. Those areas that are really going to see much of the rain will be all the way from Bar Harbor up into Caribou, while the eastern and western sides of the state can see a little less, closer to that 1/4 inch. So out there for today, showers are likely, highs in the upper 50s, and a few thunderstorms are possible as well with some gusty winds from the southeast for tonight. Lows near 40, a few showers early, then partly cloudy, and we'll stay dry here in Bangor. For tomorrow, a few lingering showers up north, otherwise dry and partly cloudy here with highs just below 60 once again. Taking a look at your extended forecast, we're going to see temperatures slowly fall throughout the next few days. By Saturday, we'll be in the averages in the mid 50s and then low 50s heading into your Sunday.
I'm born to do this. It is my true passion. I stare into the dark at night and dream about it. On game day, muscles twitch and my mind races. I live for this. It's my calling. I am an American bucking bull. And this is my sport. The Professional Bull Riders.
PBR Bangor bucks into Cross Insurance Center January 2nd through the 4th. Tickets at pbr.com/tickets or Ticketmaster.
It's bull time.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% APR for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Or current qualified lessees can get this Silverado pickup for around $369 a month.
Autumn is here. That means winter is just around the corner, and so are higher energy bills. But when Washington tried to cut critical heating assistance to thousands of Mainers, it was Senator Susan Collins who rescued it. A fierce defender of the program, Senator Collins has secured $700 million in funds to help Mainers afford their heating bills, providing essential help for those on fixed incomes. Call, thank Senator Collins, and ask her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
Pat's Pizza in Holden suggests calling now for reserving your next event or party. Their 2 indoor golf simulators are now open, and they're taking reservations for the fall season. Please check their Facebook page for indoor golf specials. Pat's Pizza Holden.
The night's canceled. I can host. No, you can't. No, I can't.
What are we talking about? Go stand up for yourself.
Melissa, I can do what I want in my room. It's my room. It's her room. Damn it.
The National Guard's duties looked a little different in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday night. Guard members tried to rescue a cat that was stuck in a tree. Onlookers gathered around with some holding blankets to help cushion the cat if it fell. One officer even got up on a ladder and scaled the tree in an attempt to reach the cat. It was unclear if the cat was brought down and returned to its owner. More than 300 National Guard troops have been in D.C. since August to help with President Trump's efforts to combat crime.
Nice deed they did there. And a retired military canine reunites with her handler. The dog, a Belgian Malinois named Erica, served 7 years, including 3 overseas deployments and international trips with the Secret Service. She was partnered for 2 of those years with Air Force Technical Sergeant Tara Cummins. They were separated when Tara was assigned to a new base, but it was just a month later that Tara learned Erica was being retired. So Tara contacted the American Humane Society, which reunites military canine teams. Tara and her wife were able to adopt Erica, and Erica is now enjoying civilian life in San Antonio, Texas. Looks like he's pretty happy, too.
Oh, that's so cute.
Very nice.
Well, thank you for joining us. That is all the time we have left for this hour, but you can stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22.
Thanks for being there, everyone. We hope you have a great day.